Welcome everyone to our deep dive into the fascinating and complex topic of One World Under Doom. In this video, we will explore how intricate global systems, historical events, and emerging technologies converge to present a picture of our world that is both alarming and, in some respects, hopeful. Today we will investigate the roots of societal collapse, the realities behind potential catastrophes, and the interplay of natural, technological, and political forces shaping our future. Our discussion is anchored in rigorous examination of historical precedents, advanced scientific models, and detailed studies of global trends. We will explore the role that ancient warnings, past societal upheavals, and transformative technological innovations have played in setting the stage for today's challenges. By the end of this video, you will gain a nuanced understanding of why the concept of doom pervades our global discourse. You will be better equipped to appreciate both the danger and the opportunity that lie within our grasp. History offers us a rich tapestry of lessons that continue to inform our understanding of present dangers. In ancient civilizations, myths and prophecies were intertwined with observations of natural disasters and celestial events. The ancient Mayans and Greeks recorded events that they interpreted as omens. Events whose statistical occurrences and natural cycles, when analyzed today, reveal surprisingly consistent patterns. Across the centuries, numerous catastrophes have tested humanity's resilience. Epidemics like the Black Death, along with prolonged periods of war and famine, fundamentally changed social orders. The replication of these patterns appears to serve as an early warning system. When studied with modern statistical tools, they provide insight into the dynamics of societal collapse. Historical lessons are embedded deeply in the cultural artifacts of civilizations. Literary works, art, and religious texts frequently reference cycles of destruction and renewal. By examining the frequency and circumstances of these early events, experts have drawn connections between ancient predictive models and modern risk assessments. These comparisons underscore the importance of learning from the past. An in-depth historical analysis reveals that the echoes of past disasters are in the measurable impact they had on societal structures. This quantitative and qualitative evidence lays a strong foundation for understanding how ancient wisdom and technical data can be integrated. This generates robust models for predicting future global patterns. By employing modern analytical techniques such as regression analysis and network theory, researchers have been able to reinterpret historical events through a quantitative lens. Such methods have uncovered recurring motifs and statistically significant interdependencies of crisis events. The integration of these insights not only bolsters our theoretical frameworks, but also sharpens our practical strategies for risk mitigation. Today, the global landscape is marked by a confluence of risks that are unprecedented in scale and complex in their interdependencies. One of the foremost concerns is the rapid evolution of technological risks. Advanced cyber warfare strategies and vulnerabilities in digital infrastructures are underpinned by intricate networks of coding, encryption, and geopolitical maneuvering. For example, analyses show that the probability of a major cyber attack disrupting a nation's power grid has increased by over 70% in the last decade. This underscores the fragility of our interconnected systems. Environmental stressors further compound these risks. Our planet is experiencing accelerated climate change, evidenced by an increase in extreme weather events such as hurricanes and wildfires. Climate models indicate that a global temperature rise of 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels could lead to a 40% increase in severe weather phenomena. Resource depletion, especially in water and arable land, is creating competition between nations. This fuels conflicts with the potential to escalate into broader geopolitical instability. Data-driven assessments reveal that regions stressed by water scarcity are witnessing a 25% reduction in agricultural productivity. Social dynamics are a critical factor. Increasing political polarization, economic disparities, and misinformation are eroding the social fabric that once held communities together. Experts in network analysis note that the virality of misinformation is mathematically similar to the spread of infectious diseases. Case studies from recent history underline these interlinked issues. Analysis from the 2010s shows that countries with robust cybersecurity protocols managed risks more effectively than those relying on singular systems. Similarly, regions that invested in sustainable agriculture saw less volatility in their food supplies during significant environmental stress. Global cooperation remains essential in addressing political challenges. Nationalist trends have gained traction, yet international partnerships prove effective in diffusing tensions and pooling resources. Collaborative efforts, such as shared intelligence, provide a bulwark against the fragmentation of global governance. The global threat dynamics necessitate a nuanced approach where historical context and analytics inform decisions. Governments, private sectors, and research institutions are increasingly investing in cross-disciplinary projects to model and mitigate these risks. Techniques like stochastic modeling and system dynamics analysis suggest coordinated efforts could reduce risk factors by 30% within a decade. Environmental catastrophes remind us of nature's power and unpredictability. Studies show that climate change is accelerating the frequency of natural disasters. Satellite data confirms that glacier melt rates in polar regions have increased over 50% in the past 2 decades. Wildfires in areas such as California and Australia illustrate how prolonged drought conditions and high temperatures lead to blazes that devastate ecosystems. Biodiversity loss is closely linked to these environmental upheavals. Research indicates that modern ecosystems are witnessing extinction rates up to 100 times the natural background rate. This rapid decline in species diversity disrupts ecological balance and diminishes the resilience of natural communities. An analysis of deforestation rates in the Amazon reveals a direct correlation between human exploitation and degradation of ecosystem services. Human industrial activities further exacerbate environmental degradation. The reliance on fossil fuels and unsustainable practices contribute to pollution and climate change. Data from global monitoring centers show that industrial emissions are responsible for a significant share of greenhouse gases. Technological innovations in renewable energy counteract these effects, but progress remains uneven across regions. Looking toward the future, projections suggest alarming implications if emissions are not significantly reduced. We could witness mass migrations, intensified resource conflicts, and irreversible habitat damage. Despite these challenges, emerging mitigation solutions offer hope. Solutions like carbon capture technologies and ecosystem restoration projects provide pathways to reduce the impact of environmental catastrophes. Integrating scientific research with policy reform and community initiatives can help address these challenges. Political instability and societal dynamics play critical roles in shaping global risks. Governance challenges have emerged as a key driver of instability. Corruption, inefficiencies, and policy failures weaken public trust and hamper crisis management. Analyses show that countries with lower transparency indices are twice as likely to experience prolonged civil unrest. Such findings highlight the importance of robust governmental institutions against systemic collapse. Historical examples show leaders prioritizing short-term gains deepen societal fractures. Studies of economic performance in post-crisis economies indicate a recovery lag of up to 5 years once sound policies are implemented. As policymakers navigate reform and stability, data-driven policy interventions become essential. The role of media in shaping public opinion cannot be understated. Digital communication has demonstrated the power to influence political outcomes. Investigations document sensationalized reporting can amplify social divisions. Research using sentiment analysis reveals a surge in negative media correlates with a decline in civic engagement. Social movements fueled by activism and digital mobilization represent a counterpoint. Empowered to demand transparency and reform, communities engaged in activism experience faster recoveries following crises. Finally, global cooperation holds the potential to address these challenges. Global cooperation diffuses tensions and pools resources effectively. This complex interplay of political and societal factors necessitates a multi-layered approach. It requires both historical context and analytics to inform decision-making processes. Looking to the future, we encounter a spectrum of scenarios, spanning from catastrophic collapse to transformative renewal. Hypothetical models based on rigorous simulation and historical analogy project outcomes depending on technological and social interventions. Optimistic scenarios suggest advances in renewable energy, biotechnology, and digital governance could facilitate unprecedented globalization. Data simulations indicate increased investment in sustainable infrastructure and technologies could reduce ecosystem decline. Driving forces behind these futures include economic policies, technological breakthroughs, and shifts in public consciousness. Detailed models show that even minor policy changes can lead to significantly different outcomes. The future picture is one of dual potential. While neglect could result in crises, proactive measures offer the promise of a sustainable world. The future is shaped by choices made today, balancing caution with creativity and resources with innovation. In conclusion, our exploration of One World Under Doom has taken us on a journey through historical events, current threats, and future scenarios of both challenge and hope. We examined ancient warnings, environmental impacts, and political struggles. Each aspect reinforces the notion that challenges persist, but foresight and action illuminate resilience and transformation. Reflect on the detailed evidence and data-driven insights shared today. The convergence of technology, science, and socio-political analysis offers an opportunity to understand the world with precision. Engage with these insights critically and promote cross-disciplinary dialogue. I encourage experts and viewers to participate in this global conversation. Share analyses, challenge assumptions, and drive innovative strategies for the pressures of our times. Transform the narrative from impending doom to one of resistance, recovery, and renewal. The future is not fixed. Each decision contributes to the world's evolution. Your expertise and proactive engagement are catalysts for global change.